Hey there, everybody. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another edition of Classic Album War. Today, we're going to look at two fantastic albums, one from 74, one from 76. Before I go on, I want to wish all of my friends here in the US of A happy day after 4th of July. Okay, hope you all had a great day yesterday, and since the holiday fell on a Thursday, I'm sure many of you took today off, so happy long weekend, happy Friday, all that good stuff. So let's get back to the musical explorations here, right? So let's get our two combatants ready. So first, a band from New York, here in the US of A. This is their third studio release, released in 1974, Secret Treaties by the mighty Blue Oyster Cult. Fantastic album, my personal favorite. Okay, this was the first album that went gold for the band, so this was kind of the beginning of their trajectory out of cult status, so to speak. All right, and then we're going to go over to Ireland. All right, actually, this band is kind of like an Irish-U.S. connection, Irish-American connection, because you got Scott Gorham on guitars, who is an American. The rest of the band got two Irishmen and one Scotsman, so kind of like an international band, but most notably known as an Irish band because of Phil Lynott, okay, on vocals and bass, songwriter, so on and so forth. This is the band's sixth album, okay, and also a big hit for the band. So this also was a gold, or did this go platinum? Might have come close to platinum, but I think initially back in the day it was a gold album, 500,000 copies, okay, but the biggest album in the band's career, okay? No doubt pushed on by the Boys Are Back in Town. So we're going to put these two guys head-to-head next to each other for a 12-round championship fight, right? Let's take a look at Secret Treaties first, okay? A song that if you kind of go up and down the track list, a lot of perennial favorites, all right, as far as the fans go from this particular album. Kicking off with Career of Evil. Pretty spooky but heavy track. This band was always really good at combining like kind of heavy rock with like psychedelia, as well as some pop hooks here and there. So a very accessible sound, but also at times a very dark sound. Not quite as heavy as your, Black Sabbaths of the world, but kind of simmering underneath. They could do that when they wanted to, but they also had some quirky melodies and things like that. Really great guitar work. Almost everybody in the band sang, so you had a lot of variety in their music. This album is a kind of a perfect example of that, right? Subhuman, one of my favorite tracks from Thin Lizzy, if not my favorite track from Thin Lizzy. Dominance and Submission, really heavy tune, one that they played live many, many times over the years. ME 262, another great tune, okay? Upbeat song, great guitar riffs in that tune. KG Cretins, kind of a fun little quirky evil tune, right? Not one of my favorite songs on the album, but a cool tune. Harvester of Eyes, fantastic. Another song they would play live many, many times over the years. Flaming Telepaths, great song. Again, you're starting to hear and see, just how much these guys were into like kind of like sci-fi themes and lyrics and things like that. And then, of course, you've got the mighty Astronomy. Another great sci-fi tune with a blitzkrieg of a guitar solo by Buck Dharma. So if you were ever to hear them, or see them play this live, he would usually launch into an extended solo on this one. It's just like, mind-boggling. In fact, if you get any of the Blue Oyster Cult live albums, specifically Astronomy, I believe, is on the Some Enchanted Evening, if I'm not mistaken. Is it Some Enchanted Evening or On Your Feet or On Your Knees? I forget now. It's on one of those two. Fantastic version, probably the definitive version, maybe, even though the studio version is kick-ass. It's live in concert with that song just took on another level, right? So a great album, my favorite Blue Oyster Cult album. I just love the band to death, and this is number one for me. So let's go over to Thin Lizzy. Okay, so released in 1976, like I said, this is their sixth album. They had the first three albums of their career, of course, were with Scott Bell on guitar. They were a trio. And then once Scott left, I'm sorry, not Scott Bell, Eric Bell. Sorry about that. I'm confusing Scott Gorham and Eric Bell. Eric Bell, Mr. Downey, Mr. Lynott. Okay, that's the original trio. When Eric Bell left, they brought in Brian Robertson, Scott Gorham, okay, for a series of albums that would prove to be the definitive Thin Lizzy lineup. Okay, this was their sixth album. This follows the incredible Fighting album, which I love a lot. And this album is as good, if not better. This is the album that most people remember when you talk about Thin Lizzy because, of course, it had their biggest single ever, and The Boys Are Back in Town, which is, the song that kind of catapulted this album up the charts. But a lot of better songs on this album than that, in my opinion. I know that's the hit, but Jailbreak, the title track, great hard rock tune. Angel from the Coast, awesome. Running Back is excellent. Romeo and the Lonely Girl, again, another perfect example of how Phil wrote some great kind of like poppy R&B type stuff, with a little bit of funk. Okay, he could do that stuff too, in addition to the heavy rock that they did. Warriors, one of the 2 or 3 heaviest tunes on this album. Great song. Then, of course, you got The Boys Are Back in Town, Fight or Fall, another great song. Cowboy Song. Again, those wonderful twin guitar harmonies from Robertson and Gorham, but more importantly, cool little pop hooks thrown in there. A wonderful song. It's a good rocker, but man, it's just so addicting, so memorable. And then, of course, they end it all with Emerald, which probably the greatest Thin Lizzy song ever written, right? A classic hard rock tune with one of the greatest riffs of all time. Just the guitar work throughout the song is just stellar. And you got that screaming solo from Robertson. Great stuff. So this one's just as painful for me as you guys. Trust me, because I've been watching. We got a poll going on Facebook today, and it's really close. I think there's less than 20 votes separating these two. All right, and a lot of the comments have been like, "Oh my God, Pete, you're killing me today. This is so painful. I love both of these albums so much." I hear you guys. Same for me, right? This poll came about a couple days ago. I was sitting talking to my good friend Sam and having a beer, and we were talking about, kind of future classic album war shows, and I originally was going to put Thin Lizzy up against UFO, and he goes, "How about Blue Oyster Cult and Thin Lizzy?" And there's a reason why I decided to go this route, because out of all the bands that I talk about on this channel, okay, whether they're old bands or new bands, whatever, the 2 bands that if I do anything on get the most views out of any of them is Blue Oyster Cult and Thin Lizzy. Go check it out. Go look at every Blue Oyster Cult themed show I've done and every Thin Lizzy themed show I've done. They are heads and shoulders do better than anything else, and it's not even close. So I guess amongst my subscribers here, we got a lot of BOC and Lizzy fans, and that's cool because they're both great bands. So, all right, I've gone on and on and on again. Well, Pete, who do you pick? All right, well, I've been tossing this one out all morning, and this is one of those kind of pick'em deals where I could say one thing one day, say one thing another day, and just kind of change my opinion back and forth. So for today, okay, I love them both to death. I know I'm not going to cop out and do a tie today. I'm going to actually pick one today. Today, I am going to go with Jailbreak. You know what it is? And again, this is stupendous, all right? No question. But man, this one's got Emerald and Cowboy Song and Warriors, Angel from the Coast and Jailbreak. I mean, really, the whole album. Kind of tough to beat that. As much as I love Subhuman and Astronomy and ME262 and Career of Evil and Harvester of Eyes and Flaming Telepaths. It's so fucking close. It is. But I'm going to give a slight edge. It's another split decision by a hair. Okay, 115, 114, 115, 113, 115. All right, I'm a bad judge. I'm screwing the scores up. Anyway, you get the picture. It's by a nose. By a nose, calls for an immediate rematch, right? You know the whole drill. But yeah, I'm going to go with Jailbreak ever so slightly over Secret Treaties today. Ask me next week, I might pick something different. And I'm sure a lot of you are going to kind of agree it's one of those type of things. I know there's a lot of people that say, well, Thin Lizzy's always going to win a battle like this. Others are going to be like, well, Blue Oyster Cult's always going to win a battle like this. And there's going to be a lot of you who are like, God, I can't choose. They're both so great. They're both could be their best albums. And yeah, it is what it is, right? So anyway, that's my pick for today. In the championship round, the winner goes to Thin Lizzy. Visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter. Of course, we're here on the mighty YouTube often. We got some new product shows coming up today. All right, so stay tuned. I got all sorts of CDs I want to talk to you about. Some new stuff. We got some prog, got some hard rock, got some blues, got a lot of jazz, all sorts of things. So I just got to kind of find everything here and talk about them, bring them on the air. Hope to get to a questions and answers this weekend, so look forward to that. And then next week, more classic album war episodes, top 10 songs, yada, yada, yada. You know the whole drill. So we'll see you then. Visit us on Facebook, like I said. Visit us on Twitter. Go vote on the Facebook page today. Choose your winner. You can also let us know in the comments below which one you favor and why. And we'll see you again soon, guys. All right? Take care. Have a good day today. Bye-bye.